Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gypsy Caravan. I'm Shan. How you doing? For today's video, we're jumping right back into my Valentine's Day lookbook for the year. This lookbook thing for Valentine's Day where I just create like cool simple looks that you can do for like Valentine's Day or like a date night or whatever. But I theme it according to like the different type of girlies or people that you get, like, you know, flirty or like bohemian or like vintage, like that type of thing, so that you can like pick and choose. So for today we are going to be doing a very girly, flirty sort of Valentine's Day look. So if you are interested in replicating this look, then keep on watching. Otherwise, you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on social media. My handles are down here. Also, I should probably mention I do have another channel, which is a more travel-based channel. It's still like I'm trying to find my feet there, but if you are keen in travel stuff and travel-y things, then I will link that channel up here for you too. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep this video sweet and short and sweet. I don't know. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is our eyes, and we're going to prime our lids first. I'm just going to go in with my good old faithful. This is Painterly, and I'm taking this on a JH30 brush. Prime your lids, it's necessary. You see me do this a lot, so I'm just going to like skip past this real quick. Okay, so the vibe I'm feeling for today's look is kind of like really girly, like that sort of girl who, you know, like chews candy bubblegum and like adores the color pink and loves her pastels, and well, very much an Enid from Wednesday. So I'm going in with my Jaclyn Hill volume 2 palette today, just because it has all these like really cool like Barbie doll reminiscent colors, and that's kind of what I'm feeling for like today's look, like, you know, matchy matchy with my workout kind of vibe, my workout wear. If I could speak English, the world would be a better place. But anyway, so we are going to kind of hang around in this sort of area today. If you don't specifically have this palette, but you have palettes that have these sort of colors in, like, go in. You don't have to use the exact same palette that I'm using, but find yourself these colors, you know what I'm saying? There's no actual transition shade that I can use here if I'm just being flat out honest, so I need to find a transition shade. BRB. So for my transition shade today, I'm just going to go in with a blush. I'm going to take this one here. This is called Well Dressed. It's by MAC. It's kind of like a frosty sort of blush. It doesn't really actually matter the texture. Just get yourself a light sort of pink situation like this. I'm going to take it on the same brush that I used to prime my lids, and we are just going to, and we're just going to stick it in the crease area, because like I said, I just want something in there to help blend out the rest of the eyeshadows that I will be going in with. So I just need something light-ish in there. Also, with it being a pink undertone transition, it's going to make all the other pink eyeshadows that we use super easy to blend out. So just get that in the crease, work it in from the inner corner to the outer corner. It doesn't have to be super pigmented, like you can see it's just like an inkling of pink in there. Just buff it in, diffuse it out, take it as high up as you want, put it all over the lid. It does not matter. This is just our buffer. Okay, so now we can actually go in with the palette, and the first shade I'm going to go in with is this lavenderish purple, pinky purple. It's called Therapy Sesh. I'm going to do it on the big brush to start with, because I kind of want the purple to be quite soft in the eye. I want the pink to stand out more, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to pick up like the tiniest, well, not the tiniest bit, but I'm gonna diffuse it out in the eye. Oh my gosh. But I am just going to run this through the crease. Already I picked up like a little too much there, but you know what, it's fine. You can always blend these things out. So just take it from inner corner to outer corner. You can wing it out a tiny bit, but like not too much. Yeah, and just kind of get it in your crease area and then just diffuse it out. You can take this up as high as you want. And the funny thing is that it looks purplish in the mirror, but like looking at you in the camera, it's actually coming off a little pink. Which is fine, like whatever, the whole look is supposed to be pink in any case, so just get that in. I'm going to pick up a little bit, where am I, of this pink here. This is called Lolli Mama. It's a little bit of that deeper pink. It's not as neon, but I feel like I just want to deepen that crease slightly. Or actually, I'm going to do a combination of Lolli Mama and Therapy Sesh. I'm going to take it on a smaller brush. This is a JH33. And I'm just going to do a little combination of the two. And run that in the deepest part of the crease, so like right in that fold, just to like deepen it a little, because I feel like I've lost a lot of that color over blending. I tend to do that. So again, just go back and forth with that color, get it in there, make it nice and pigmentationed. And then the fluffy brush again, just to kind of diffuse the edges. Don't overblend, because that's what I do. So much better. Like, I feel like I lost all that color. Pretty stupid. I want the lid to be quite shimmery, so I'm going to go in with this, this top purpley metallic shade. This is, what the heck, A Moment. This one here, it's kind of reminiscent of Therapy Sesh, but it's got like metallic-y sort of finish to it. I'm going to take that on a packing brush. This is a JH41. What the heck, very Morphe day. Moving on. Oh well. I'm going to take that on a packing brush because you cannot put a shimmer down on the lid with a blending brush. It does not work. I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of setting spray as well, just to like make it more metallic. And then I'm just going to push that into my lid. You want to always pack a shimmer in, especially any eyeshadow that you're working with on the lid needs to be pushed in. You can't just like sweep it across. It's not going to like grab onto anything. It's just going to sit there like a dead fish. Not literally. But by packing the color on, you get more color payoff, and look at that, more metallic-y finish. Stunning. And then just go in with one of your blending brushes and just kind of shimmy out the crease a little, so that you don't have that harsh line. Okay, and then just to like kind of spice up the lid a little bit, I'm gonna go in with a highlighter. This is kind of, you can't see it on camera, which sucks, but this is kind of a white with like a purpley pink reflect in it. It's called I'm In It, and I'm going to put that over the lid and maybe just kind of dust it through the crease, because I kind of want that like purpley pinky finish rather than it just being like pink, straight up pink. I'm going to take the same packing brush, just pick up a little bit of this, and I'm just going to push it right in the center only of my lid. So you can see it's kind of picked up the purple a little bit. It's actually really hard to tell, but there is a little bit of a purple vibe going on just there. And then going back in with that small blending brush, I'm going to pick up also just a tiny bit and kind of just take that through the crease there, just to pick up some of that purple. It's kind of like an ultraviolet sort of finish. So if you think of like a blue light or a purple light, it's got that sort of effect to it. And if you put it down on pink, it will reflect purple. If you put it down on purple, it will bring up like the blues and the purple. It's that sort of eyeshadow, which I think is really pretty, like just for like a little added bit of, you know, in it, you know what I'm saying? I want to do kind of like a pink wing liner. I don't know if this is going to show. I might need to do white first, but let's just see how it goes. So I'm going to go in with this really bright neon pink. It's called Tipsy Girl, and I'm going to use that to kind of create not really like a wing, but like a wing, if that makes sense. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to take it on a dense angled brush. This is a mini by MAC. It's called the 560 special edition. They do make angled brushes, but they don't make this specific one anymore because it was part of a collection. But just grab any damn dense angled brush that you may have. Okay, so now I'm just going to plot out a wing, and you know what, it shows perfectly. It's exactly the kind of pink I want, so I'm happy with where this is going. I think I had a stroke there. Anyway, so I'm gonna do kind of like a half wing, so it's literally only gonna just sit in this outer corner here, and I am going to make it quite thick so that you can see it, because essentially what I want to do is I want to extend this wing into my inner corner, but using like a different sort of pink, if that makes sense. Let me just fill in the little gappy that's missing here, but I need obviously the bright pink to be on the outer corner, and I want a lighter pink for the inner corner. So kind of like an 80s vibe, I guess, but not really. Okay, so we'll come back to our palette in just a second. Let's get into eyes. Eyelashes. I mean, dude, we've just done our eyes. I'm going to give them a quick curl because flirty girls wear false lashes. This is just an eyelash curler. Curl your lashes. If you are too scared to do this, you can skip this part too. The mascara that I'm using for my top lashes is just my full frontal mascara by Fenty. Yes, I am using 2 different mascaras today. Bite me. I need something really thickening for the top, and then something really defining for the bottom. It just is the way it is today. Make sure to coat the top, the underneath of your lashes, as well as the underneath of your lashes. Get this side and get this side, because when you are wearing false lashes, you don't want your lashes to stand out too much in terms of them being 2 different colors. You want to try and get them as black and as fully coated as possible, so that you can fake the fact that you're wearing fake lashes. Okay, so the false lashes that I'm going in with today are kind of on the natural side. These are Ardell Wispies. Oh, the controversy. But anyway, I'm going to be using these. Disclaiming now that I'm putting lashes on. But anyway, jokes aside, I'm going to put these on and I will be right back. Lashes are on. I'm going to admit they're looking a little flippin' wacky today. They're not sitting quite the way I want them to, but you know what, we're just gonna have to move on, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into skin. Starting with primer, I'm gonna use this Rose Glow primer from Revlon. Why? Because I need to get rid of it. It is honestly the worst primer I've ever used in my life, and I never want to purchase such crap again, but I hate wasting. So here we are. I'm going to take this on my Cover FX custom application brush, your primer. So I'm just going to do that real quick. I'm not saying that the primer itself is super bad. The primer itself is not that bad. It does give me grip. It does make my makeup last a little bit longer. Where it does fail me is in terms of the glow. This is more of like just straight up sweaty skin rather than an actual glow. Looks like I've got a serum on. And then also these little pearls or pebbles or whatever crap is in this primer doesn't actually break on the skin like it says. So it honestly just irritates me more than anything. So, and then for foundation today, I'm gonna go in with a skin tint. This is by Morphe too. It's the Hint skin tint. Geez, I'm really using a lot of Morphe today. That's disappointing. Oh, the shade I use is a hint of Marshmellow. Shake this up really well. The reason why I'm going in with a skin tint is because reasons. The look is so dramatic and like bold and glam. I don't want to do, technically you would do like a heavy glam skin, but I'm just not about that life at the moment. I'm liking my like sheer base. I mean, I always have. What am I saying? I'm liking the sheer bases at the moment, so I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to apply that with my damp Real Techniques sponge. You can of course use a brush if you want. I am going to do a sponge just because it blends out the best. I'm just going to do half a drop for now because a little bit of this does go a freakishly long way. So I'm just going to pounce that into my skin. It does look a little fair now, but this I find does oxidize. So like give it a couple minutes. So pretty. Okay, and then for concealer, literally, oh, my nose is peeling. Damn. That is going to annoy me, I'm not gonna lie. Concealer just to brighten, not necessarily to cover up anything. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline eraser, and I'm just going to blend that out with my Real Techniques sponge again. I'm just gonna stick it in the inner corners just because, you know, jet lag is a real thing and I still cannot get my sleep schedule correct. So there are baggies there. And then I'm just going to do a small little dot in this outer corner just to lift it there. It's literally just to brighten up. I'm not really like concealing to cover anything. Real Techniques sponge again, and I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, I am going to let this air dry before I put any powder on because you absolutely cannot set anything while it is still wet. Okay, so while my concealer is still drying, it's not quite there yet, but like I have to move on, I am going to go in with some contour. The contour that I'm using today is my Freestyle, Freestyle Cream Bronzer. Like, oh my gosh, it's the Fenty Flippin' Cream Bronzer, and I am in the shade Amber, which is very cool. It's a super cool toned sort of cream contour. But it's really nice for shadows. I'm not looking to bronze per se today. I'm not even actually looking to contour. I just want to create a couple of shadows in my face so that I don't look so flat and so round. Because my main objective is to actually do really intense blush and to kind of drape it into my eyes, you know, make it like I'm blushing. So yeah, so I'm literally just going to be taking a little bit of this and creating some shadow in my face. And the brush I'm using is the 303 Candy Crush contour brush by Real Techniques. So I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit. I might even like still blend this out with my Real Techniques sponge. It all just depends how heavy-handed this process is going to be. So I am going to sculpt out my cheekbone. So I'm just going to push this in. I'm just going to kind of blend out the edges so that it's not like a line. My jaw, because I need angles. Like right there. Always make sure that if you are the kind of person who wants to contour your jawbone, take it up behind your ear so it doesn't look too obvious. And then blend underneath. Try not to blend it up because it's going to be noticeable. So always just like kind of push it along your jawbone like that and then like blend down. so that you know, create the shadow without looking muddy. I always like to take out my double chin. Get rid of that. Okay, so now for blush, I am going to be going in with a cream blush as well, just because with the skin tint, it's so much nicer to work with creams and then kind of set everything later with a powder. It just makes everything stand out a little bit more and makes your makeup last much longer. So the blush I'm going in with today is the Liquid Blush by Ray Beauty. I use the shade Happy. It's kind of like a rosy pink, if I can say that. I am going to blend it out with my beauty blender as well. And I'm just going to apply straight from the doe foot. And I'm just going to do 3 dots. Because that tends to be enough for me. I might go in with a little bit more, depends. I'm going to do a spot on my nose too, because I really like it when the blush kind of like, you know, not that you look sunburnt, but like you blushing across your face. Like, I think that looks quite cute. So I do that. It may look like you have a little bit of the flu for a second, but when you powder everything down, it actually looks quite pretty. So I'm just going to blend that out. I did my blush quite high today because, like I said, I did want to kind of make it look as if it were, make it look as though it were draping in with my eyeshadow. So that's the little reason behind that. Okay, finally we can set our face with powder. Now I'm just going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Sweep and Lock. I'm going to set it with a 402 setting brush by Real Techniques. Cool, and I am just going to set the area where I had that concealer. Just want to dim down the shine there because I don't like looking shiny there. I like looking shiny there. I'm also just going to take a little bit across my nose and in between my brows because that is not cute. Okay, then it is also at this time that I'm going to actually set my face. It's the Ultra Last fixing spray. It's transfer proof, waterproof, there's no alcohol, no perfume. It's great. This stuff is bulletproof. Okay, I just need to like fan my face down. Don't move, just fan your face, don't move your eyes. Try and keep your face as still as possible so that it can set. Okay, so the underneath or the waterline really of our eyes are going to be slightly different. It's going to be more purple and like a touch of peach, just because that's what I'm feeling. First up, we're going to go in with a little bit of Therapy Sesh just to set the tone. So kind of like our transition shade in our crease. We're going to use some of the Therapy Sesh just underneath the eye, just so that it's like easier to blend. So I'm going in with a small blending brush. This is a JH40. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that Therapy Sesh. Don't we all need a therapy session in this climate? Tappy tap. And I'm going to run this underneath the eye. I'm going to go like 2/3 of the way. I'm not going to take it all the way in because, like I said, I wanted to extend this wing in the inner corner but with like a different color. So get that Therapy Sesh down. Grab that small or medium blending brush that you had with no additional product. And then just soften out the edges to that. We do still want our under eyes to be quite diffused. So take this as low down as you want. Blend it out, just like keep going. Cool, and then if you really want to get like spicy, go back in with that big blending brush and soften that out. Like just go over everything. Just pull that eyeshadow down into your blush. Just take it all the way down. Okay, so now grabbing a pencil brush. Just stuck my finger in there. We're going to go in with this purple here, which is not my journey, even though it totally is. Such a nice purple. And we're going to run this in our lash line underneath. So just grab like a little bit. You can also use like an angled brush or a liner brush or like a really stiff dense shader brush to do this, but I just like using a pencil brush because it's like actually shaped for this area of your eye. And we are going to run this in that last outer third of your waterline. Like really pack on this purple, like make it really intense. You have done that, you can go back in with that small blending brush and just kind of soften the edges so that it's not like, you know, a solid line of color. Okay, so now we're going to do the inner corner, and we're just going to do like a fun pop of color. So I'm thinking like this really pretty orangey peach here in the center. It's called Positivi-tea. Cute. It's kind of like the shirt I'm wearing, but like not as pink. It's more like, it's peach. Okay, it's peach. I'm going to put this on a liner brush. This is a JH43. Oh my gosh. Morphe is turning in their bankrupt grave with all the shit I'm using today. So yeah, we're going to load the brush with that, and we're going to create kind of like a fox eye in the inner corner, but with this peach, just for like a pop of color. I mean, like, why not? We're already there. Let's just finish. Do it. So I am just going to turn the brush this way first and kind of use it as like the inner corner liner for there. And then turning the brush this way, I'm going to bring that peach in there. You see, small blender brush. Just going to clean off the purple that I had and pick up some of that peach and just run this along the edges. Okay, so let's highlight the brow bone and the inner corner. I'm going to go in with that UV whitish purple that we went in with on the lid, the I'm In It color. I'm going to take that on a JH42, which is basically just a mini shader brush. And I'm going to use this brush for the inner corner. Now, is it going to go over that peach color? Yes, a tiny bit. But all it's going to do is just emphasize that peach color a little bit more. If you want, you can totally skip this and just keep that inner corner peach. But I like the contrast of the orange underneath the pink, because you can see like it looks neon now. It looks like a neon light. Big fluffy blending brush, again the same color, and we're just going to run this through the brow bone just to highlight there. Alrighty, the first thing I'm going to do is, oh wait, we can't do brows, hang on, wait a damn minute. I need to do mascara underneath my eyes. I'm going to use my extended play mascara to do that. My gosh, do you see how easy it is to forget lashes? Spoolie, I brush my brows out first so that I can loosen up whatever product is there. Okay, the first product I'm going to go in with is my Shape and Shade Brow Tint Pen by MAC. I'm in the shade Fling. I'm going to use the eyeshadow side first, and I use the eyeshadow to brush my brow back. Then I go back in with my spoolie brush and correct my brow hairs again. So then the next product I go in with is my brow gel. This is by NYX. It's the Thicket Sticker Thickening Brow Mascara. I'm in the shade Taupe. It is a little bit darker than my brows, but like I don't really care. I just like it because it's got little extensions and brow fibers in it, so that when you brush this through your brows pick up those extensions, and it just creates a like thicker, fluffier, fuller looking brow. It's like putting eyelash extensions on but for your brows. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with this pen, and I'm going to use the felt tip side. You do need to shake this product up because it can be quite sheer straight out of the pen, but if you shake it up, it kind of like thickens the product, or like kind of gets the pigment flowing full. And I just use the tip to kind of mimic brow hairs and kind of fill in where I have gaps or where I'm missing brow. Oopsies. I'm going to go in with a powder blush just to kind of set the blush that I do have. I'm going to go in with this one here, which is by MAC. It's called Flower Power. I'm going to take that on my Smashbox buildable cheek brush. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle in there. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to like kind of dab this in and then blend it out. And then for highlighter, I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Gold Brick. The label's fallen off, so I actually don't even know what this is called. Bar of Gold palette, and I'm gonna go in with the rose gold one. Forget that the palette looks a mess for a second, which is this one here. I'm gonna go in with the pinky gold. I'm gonna keep in with my Smashbox brush. I'm just gonna use the tip to highlight. I'm just gonna push this in on the very high points, because I actually don't want the highlighter to be like too overpowering. I just want something so that we're like, when I turn my face, there's dimension. Lipstick color, I am definitely thinking something like along a bubblegummy pink, not bright, obviously, like more in like the neutral nude pink realm of things. So I'm gonna go in with my lip palette. It looks an absolute disaster, so please don't judge me. It's all the decanted lipsticks that I have. You know what, I'm just gonna go with good old faithful. I'm gonna go in with Cream Cup, which is this nudie pink here, and I can find it. This is just my MAC one. It's a 316, so it closes like that, and then you pull it out to make it a lip brush. So fancy. Okay, so Cream Cup. It actually looks almost nude on camera. But Saint Germain lip gloss has been like the shiz lately. What is wrong with me even? Anyway, so lip gloss by MAC. It's called Saint Germain. And you can see it has that really nice like cool toned lavender sort of undertone to the pink. So I'm hoping it just lifts the gloss a little bit and kind of ties in the eyeshadow color story that we have going on. Okay, so here is the completed look for my very first lookbook for Valentine's Day. This is my flirty girly girl look. I think it's quite cute. I mean, I'm a sucker for pink and purple eyeshadows, but like I'm not the girly girl, I'm just a girl. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Tag me in photos if you do decide to recreate this for yourself. I have listed all the products that I've used in this video down below. If you've missed them in the video itself, everything will be linked down below for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like, share, comment, and follow me on social media as well. Thank you for supporting my channel, and don't forget whenever you can to refer the Gypsy Caravan. I'll see you in my next look. Bye!